Okay, one of them candles kind of got me going, okay? But anyway, I can't stand fragrance candles. And even though most of my candles are not scented, from time to time you get one with a little bit of fragrance in it. When you start burning, you start smelling the fragrances and stuff like that in them. Don't get me wrong, the ones that are fragranced in the store, they smell so good. Anyway, just had an entity come through, but I'm not going to disturb him because for some reason he may have a message to bring in here. I don't know. So I try not to disturb anything because you know what I'm finding out? I'm finding out that messages always come in a way where you would think that it's a bad omen or something negative, and you know what? I have found that I'm going to truly miss it if I continue to put a bad omen on everything that was taught to me that was bad, you know. Just like, you know, and I really wanted to talk about Damballah too while I'm here right now. Damballah has been on my mind. I know a lot of you are wondering what is so significant about Damballah, the ones who are interested in the voodoo, but Damballah is very, very, very important. Because if you are visited by Damballah, which is the snake spirit, any form of a visit from any type of snake, I know we are afraid. Don't get me wrong. I am very frightened of a snake. But those bring the gifts. They bring the gifts to us from the god Damballah. And like I said, you know, most of the gifts that I have been given, creativity and my psychic energy has come through the form of Damballah. I have been met by the snake spirit twice in my life. So that's why I said, you know, a lot of times we just really don't know. When we see different entities that we've been taught to be negative or whatever, we should be let's not just take guard all of the time, but let's pay close attention to the messages that are coming, because we're going to be getting gifts from time to time. You know, the fact that we are, you know, energy workers, light workers, spiritualists, voodoo priestess and priest, all kind of names and stuff to our gifts, witches and sorcerers and whatever kind of name or label society has put on us for the gifted, gypsies or whatever. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about. Just know that we will be brought energies and gifts from entities, and a lot of the times, you know, they're not going to just necessarily come in the form of an angelic angel or, you know, just a beautiful fairy that comes out and just presents you this beautiful message, because, you know, like I said, you know, it's really Hollywood, you know. That's why I said my videos now are really just based upon just plain honesty. Let's just be honest with ourselves right now. You know, I mean, even a fly can bring you a message. You know, I went to want to swat a fly so bad, but you would not believe it. The fly was just coming by to let me know that it was somewhere I needed to be at a certain time. And that fly kept bugging me. And we thought of flies to be like these pests, which they still kind of like pests, but sometimes they bring things with them. I'm just going to be honest that we need to really look deep within ourselves to be honest with ourselves and stuff. So so that's why I'm doing these particular series of videos and stuff like that. And y'all, I'm rubbing, and the reason why I'm rubbing here and rubbing there is because spirits, when I get to talking or when I'm in a relaxed state, they touch me, they rub me, and do all kind of things to me. Like one is rubbing me on my head. They do try to speak. There have been times where I have heard all of them speaking at one time, and it got to be overwhelming. My daughter has the same issues. Now, I'm not plagued very much all the time with things like that, but when they do happen, it can really get the best of you, you know. And I think that's where the mental disorder takes on an effect with some people, because it can be so overwhelming to them until they go off on the deep end and they wound up having to go to a mental facility or something like that. So, it's one of those things where it's just like a fine line, and they call them mental illnesses and stuff like that. They say that people have brain disorders and stuff, but really what they are people that are affected heavily by the spiritual world, the spiritual realm, that protection line. Some people may call it protection line. That particular line has been crossed some kind of a way with those people, because I've seen some of those people in nursing. This one man kept hollering and yelling out, they don't want you here, they don't want you here, get away from me, I don't want you here, and stuff like that. And he had gone over the deep edge and the deep end of things. One guy jumped off a bridge because there's this face that just wouldn't get out of his face and stuff. So I never discount people's situation, because people are just affected with so many different situations. It's just like Ghost, when on Ghost, Whoopi Goldberg was all these spirits was trying to talk to her at one time, and she couldn't talk to them all because they all had something to say. It's really true. And just like I'm sitting here right now, I had to keep rubbing right here because I could feel like a feathery rub across my head, or sometimes I can be here and I can feel a nudge, like somebody's trying to get my attention and stuff like that. And then a lot of people will say, oh, you need to be in the church, honey. That's all manner of evil and this and all of that. But you know what? It's just, it's life. It's just, let's be honest with ourselves. It's life. Spirits are trapped. Spirits are caught up. A lot of the times, and I'm going to stop right here because I think I'm running out of time. And I don't want this to get too long. Hang on a minute.